Well, Shania Twain is a top-selling female country artist of all time, of course. And now, for the first time in 15 years, she's releasing new music. Our Melissa Grelo sat down with Shania recently to talk about living in the now, playing the fame game, and how she would love to write with, guess who? Taylor Swift. Take a look.
About pain. It's all about forgiving the will to walk away.
You've said many times that the best way for us to get to know you is through your music. So if you were to encapsulate who and where Shania Twain is at right now with this album, what would you say?
I would say that I am transitioning in a very comfortable, happy way. I tend to be somebody that does either live in the past or rushes off to the future. There's no comfortable, embrace the transition. And so that's what I'm doing now. I'm living in the now. I'm living in whatever's happening right now. And the title of the album is very fitting for where I am in the moment. It's self-therapeutic to remind myself. And so the mantra for me is now, 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 now.
Whose bed have your boots been under? Man, I feel like a woman.
You've had not just success, you've had massive success over your career. And longevity is a word that I would imagine a lot of artists really strive for, but you're living it. You've lived so much life in the spotlight. Is this something that you ever get comfortable with, the fame game?
I don't live like a famous person when I'm not working. And I think that just keeps some stability and keeps a good balance. I like domestic life. I love, cooking and being a mom and being a wife, and it just grounds me. And then when it's time to get up on stage or come and chat about my music and do that stuff, then I enjoy that side of my life. It's not like they're two different people. Mm-hmm. They're just two different lifestyles, that's all. I love music. Music's not a job anyway, the music part of it. But the fame part of it is, I would say there's more of a responsibility, and I take that responsibility seriously, like anybody does.
Speaking of which, your son, you mentioned, you love being a mom. What does he make of this? Is he at a stage where he can understand, like, Shania that the world knows, and then, Shania, it's not Shania, it's just mom? I mean, what does he make of all of this, having grown up in this?
Well, he's very supportive, and he didn't grow up in the industry or among the industry a lot.
Is that by design?
By design. He's lived a very normal life. I didn't want him to be a backstage kid or anything like that. I just wanted him to have normal school, normal home life, sit down dinners all together, and all of that sort of thing. So I've always worked around that, and because he gets exposed to it anyway. He does get exposed to it. He takes it all in stride, and he's proud of me, and he's very supportive and happy about it.
So many artists in music, not only in the country genre, but music as a whole, you are consistently listed as one of their perhaps most important role models. What does that make you feel like as an artist?
It's a huge compliment. And when I was talking about responsibility, I think that not that I set out to be a role model, but I know that, music, my music, anybody's music inevitably affects people in some way, especially younger people. What you say affects people that are a fan or following you, or that might be influenced by you. And so when the influence is positive like that, and it's inspiring to others, then I feel like I've lived up to my own expectations to be a good role model and to set a good example.
Whose music is getting you fired up right now, or maybe even to the point that you think, oh, maybe one day we could work together, or maybe I could write for this person?
Oh my gosh, there's so many great artists out right now. I love Alessia Cara. She's
Our Canadian
amazing.
Girl.
I mean, her voice, her writing, everything. She's so young, and she's very sweet too.
Yeah.
So that's a girl that's really, catching my ear for sure. I love Sia. Kelsey Ballerini's a lovely artist. Can't wait to see what Taylor's doing. And I'd love to write with her. She's a very prolific writer. Very, very good songwriter.
You've already accomplished so much in your career, but here you are with your fifth studio album. What do you say, retrospectively, is perhaps your single greatest accomplishment to this point?
Well, being a mother is definitely, and feeling good in your skin about that is an accomplishment. Not every day do you feel that way, and every day.
You're talking like mommy guilt?
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
yes.
Some days I'm like, oh, I'm the worst mom in the world. So when I have days I'm like, oh, I'm a pretty good mom. You know, my kid's happy and he's smart and he's, you know, he's balanced, he's doing well. Then I feel like that's an accomplishment in this day and age.
This has been a real pleasure to sit down with you, Shania. Thank you so much.
Shania's album Now is out now.